Hi, how's it going my fellow NetDeckers? So welcome to the second episode of the Sunday Night Report where I share everything about the latest happenings of Legends of Runeterra, tips, memes and just my favorite decks in general. And as you all know, this is a place for me to practice stalking, and hopefully by the time I have enough practice, I have done enough episodes of this, I will be good at live streaming, I guess, and hopefully I'm entertaining. And if you are interested, I actually have a Twitch channel, but I don't live stream at all. So what it says on the description of my Twitch channel is that I will start my first live stream on 5,000 subscribers, no, 5,000 followers. Yeah, I think by then, if I have 5,000 followers on Twitch, that means that I'm, I suppose, sizable enough and it will make sense for me to stream once in a while. But I think right now it's a bit difficult because I have a full-time job, and I think it's best to put all my effort on the YouTube channel. That's where y'all can watch when y'all are free, instead of a Twitch stream, live stream where y'all can only catch it when y'all are free and when I'm streaming. So it's kind of hard to coordinate that. It will make much more sense to focus on YouTube. But anyway, let's just move on to the favorite decks, the decks that I've been playing so far. I mean, since the release of Shurima, I've actually created quite a lot of decks and I played a lot of games. And let's just go to the deck library. Okay, great. I'm quite sure you can see this, right? I can see on the screen here. Yeah, okay, so it's showing my decks now. So right now I've been trying different decks. I've been trying to create a loaded dice mill, but it seems like somebody has already created that deck. I think I saw Saucy Mailman and Grappler has been playing it. And I think what is more fun to me, in my opinion, that I've been playing a lot is Jarvan Dragons and Lissandra. Lissandra really makes, it's such an interesting champion, and the gameplay is so unique. And this is probably one of the few champions out of all the champions that are being released that is the most interesting one so far, and I haven't really gotten sick of it. I think I just really like the whole design, and just being able to summon the Watcher and instantly destroy your opponent is so fun. So right now, the Lissandra deck that I'm playing, I actually kind of changed a little bit, because previously I was playing a Ionia Shadow Owls Lissandra deck. No, a Ionia Freljord Lissandra deck. It makes some sense because you can use Retreat to kind of summon Lissandra back and recall her back and summon her again to create more Frozen Trials. But I think the best version so far is Lissandra Shadow Owls Trundle, which is quite expensive. But that's what a lot of the content creators are playing and a lot of the pros are playing. So you're playing a lot of removals like Ruination, Vengeance, Withering Wail. It's all about stalling your opponent and trying to cast a lot of Frozen Trials and have it count down, and you can just open attack with all your Frostguard Trials, and hopefully you can also get the Watcher once all your Frozen Trials countdown reach 0. And of course you also have Commander Ledros to help to reduce your opponent's health, and you have Atrocity, which is very useful here since you are playing a lot of very big creatures. You can use it to deal direct damage at your opponent's nexus to win the game. Yep, so I'm playing that. And as for the second one that I've been playing so far is Jarvan Dragons. I'll be releasing the video right before this video. Yep. So I've been trying to find a good deck for Jarvan, even though Jarvan is not exactly super fun to play. I mean, he's not super impactful though, he's just a utility champion, but he's still quite a cool character. So I thought, I tried an Elite deck. Elite Jarvan didn't really work, I mean, as you can see from my previous video. So I decided to try it in Dragons because, the release of Dragon Child is quite interesting. I want to try it out, and also Molten Breath is also quite an underrated card. And I've been having a lot of fun so far, and this has been quite a good deck farming all the Sand Soldiers, and Jarvan is quite a good utility champion here that can help us challenge the strongest enemy, leaving our dragons fighting the weaker enemies so they can activate their fury, which is quite good here. So far this is quite fun to play, and really I'm enjoying it a lot. Dragons are always fun to play. Yeah, so these are basically the two decks that I'm playing that I really enjoy it, and which is my favorite, and I'll be continuing to play this deck. And also I'm going to be trying out Fresh Lobster's Mushroom Hexcore deck. where I think you are trying to use Thalia to copy your ancient hourglass statue, so you can use it on your Teemo or on your Chamwam to create a statue, and from there you can kind of duplicate the champions. You can duplicate Teemo, and when the countdown is 0, then you can have 2 Teemo on the ground. And there's a lot about duplicating Hex Core as well, if I'm not wrong, and it's kind of like a Sejuani Teemo deck, but this is a Shurima version. I haven't tried this out, but it seems interesting. Yep. So if you are interested, I'll put these deck code in the links below. So moving on, let's go to our Excel sheet. It's not really Excel sheet, Google Docs, you know. Yeah, so moving on, aside from my favorite deck, the value of event pass. This one is something that is interesting that I found on Reddit. So every time when there are new things that are released, every time there are new event pass, somebody will be very nice and create this like value sheet. So it shows how much value you get by just buying the Shurima event pass here. Essentially, you're paying 975 coins for about 6,000 plus value. But I think he made a mistake when he calculate the wild cards. Actually, when you look at this, it gives you 3 rares, 2 epics, and 2 champions. 2 champions is really 600 gold, 600 coins. 2 epics are 240. So in total, it's about 800 plus coins already. So it's not exactly 630. So when you look at this, right, let's say you are new here and you don't have all your full set, you don't have all the cards that you need. Generally, when you buy this event pass, you are buying it for the wild card, and this makes a lot of sense in terms of providing a lot of value, because if you are just buying wild cards alone, right, if you are buying like 3 wild cards or just two champion wild card and 2 epic wild cards, is enough to pay for this already. So you might as well just buy this pass instead, and what you get is a lot more. You get guardians, cutbacks, and emotes. And I'm quite sure there are something in here that is something that is very attractive to you. You might find guardians very fun, you might find cutbacks something that you like a lot. So this is quite a good value for money pass that you should buy if you are interested in supporting the game. But for me, I haven't really bought it yet because I'm not very sure about prismatics. I'm not a fan of the way they have done prismatics. Feels like a very cheap Pokemon card kind of prismatic that you see, you know, when you have a cheap Pokemon card, the prismatic, it looks like that, which is I'm not really a fan of. And right now you can't really turn off prismatics, so I try to avoid getting prismatics, and whenever I've been offered a prismatic, I'll just choose the card that I don't really play a lot. Yeah, so if ever I can turn off prismatics, I will just buy these straight up, because the emotes are quite cool and the cutbacks are very cool as well. Yep, I think aside from that, let's just see. Yep, so this is the second part, the tip of the week. So you ever hit a predict and think meh, apparently you can skip it. So that's interesting. I think initially when I played Aspiring Chronomancer, I always thought you had to pick one of the cards, and it seems like there's a button at the right side where you pass the turn, you can actually skip it. So actually these kind of situations might happen now and then, and you may look at these 3 cards, it might not be the cards you want, you can just skip it and you do not have to draw any of I don't think you have to draw any of it. Let's just see what it says. Yeah, I have a different card from the 3 on the top of my deck after skipping the predict. So that's interesting, right? You can just avoid it. But of course, if you have multiple copies of that deck, right? Multiple copies of that card in the deck, you might still be able to draw it even after you skip it. So worth considering. And the last one, which is the meme of the week. I think this is the funniest one so far, as you can see from all the awards he gotten. And then he turns himself into a boat and he calls himself Commander Dreadway. Funniest shit I ever seen. This is alluding to the concurrent timelines meme deck, where you cast concurrent timelines, and when you cast Commander Ledros and you have a 1/3 chance of choosing Dreadway, you can transform it into Dreadway and your Commander Ledros deals double the damage. So essentially, literally OTKing your opponent, which is insane. I think I got hit by this combo once, and it was the first day of playing the Shurima set, and I didn't even know, you know, it just hit me. Then the game just ended. Then I was so surprised. I was caught off guard, like, huh? What just happened? How did the game end? And I just realized somebody put this combo on me. But otherwise, I think it's actually quite hard to pull off. It's quite reasonable, easy. It's quite easy to reach this point where you can cast on turn 9. You can cast Commander Ledros, but having it be transformed into Dreadway is a bit harder. It's about 1 out of 3 chance from what I see in the comments. So it's not always a guaranteed hit and OP to the point where they have to nerf the card at all. But the card is quite interesting though, it feels like Hearthstone for a moment. Yeah, so this is basically everything, all the things that I don't talk about so far. So the last section is mailbag. So previously in our episode, nobody asked any questions in the comments down below. So usually this part is where I answer questions. And anyway, I mean, since nobody asked a question, I won't be talking about any questions at all. So probably I talk about something like what I want to do in the future. I think in the upcoming weeks, I'm hoping to continue to do this report, and of course now and then I will do that. I will do videos where I just talk about things about the channel, about life in general, like from what you've seen, the video that I posted yesterday, where I talk about how I continue to create videos even though I have 1 subscriber, and also I want to do another video series where every Friday I'm going to do a deep dive video where I play other games as well. I think, you know, it's fun to always play Legends of Runeterra, and it really helped grow the channel to some extent. But I think it's also good to try other games, and I'm quite sure you all also play other games as well. And I want to focus on other games like strategy games and card games that are maybe more in line with what you all are interested in, since you all play Legends of Runeterra. So there are few videos, like, so basically the deep dive series will be focusing on playing a game for about 1 to 2 hours, like a live stream, like a not actually, it's a pseudo live stream because it's not live, but I'll be playing the game for about 1 to 2 hours, discovering the game, giving you my impressions and all this. And I've been thinking of a couple of games like XCOM Chimera Squad. I haven't really finished the game. So got what? Shadowverse are also quite interesting. Maybe just try the deck, try the games out, try the card game out, because it seems like quite a fun anime card game. Then maybe trying out Hearthstone, because I seen the news and Hearthstone has a Slay the Spire mode which is coming soon. Hopefully when it comes out I'm gonna try that. I think Legends of Runeterra should actually copy that in their labs mode. Create a Slay the Spires option, a leaderboard kind of game where you can just not face the ladder anxiety, where you just play solitaire and try and rank up the leaderboard, which makes it a very fun gameplay. You can follow your League of Legends kind of gameplay where your champion can slowly level up and get a lot more weapons and slay enemies and climb to the top. Sounds like an interesting idea, isn't it? So anyway, besides that, I will be thinking of trying out Evil Genius 2 also. The game will be releasing soon. Feels like a minion movie game where you're playing the villain and you are creating like a henchman, like a secret lair where you try to take over the world. Seems interesting as well. So this is probably what I'm gonna do, like every Friday a deep dive series, and hopefully I have the time to do that. On top of creating the Legends of Runeterra videos every day and all this. But anyway, thanks for watching guys. This is a short one. I'm glad I didn't run until 20 minutes. Keeping it short and sweet. If you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comments below and I will answer it next week, next Sunday. So thanks for watching guys.